Lock the doors. In the middle of a city of glazed skyscrapers and papered poles, of winding heights and blinding lights and fully fulfilled souls, lies a wonder of architecture, a wonder all round. The wonder mostly being no one's torn the fucker down. In a university with the top architecture degree, it's a cock-style Jenga tower that houses you and me. It's a new semester filled with new students and dreams, new challenges, new loft parties, new STDs, new reasons I'm throwing away my degree by skipping my lectures and sleeping in tutorials and writing poems that make me feel professorial. Extracurricular is way too particular to amount to any extra grades, and it may seem slightly pointless, yes, like anti-rape classes for football players, but I digress. Meet Millie. 19 years old, and the comm course at UTS was the best, she was told. So straight from school she's come, with some hope in her eyes, with some strict high-class learning. She's in for a surprise.
Hi, how are you? I'm Millie Veneer. I'm just out of school, so I'm still pretty smart. Oh God, am I early? I'm the only one here. I'm sure on my sheet it said 9 AM start.
Oh Millie, you cannot be real. And yes, your timetable's right. The others laze in whenever they feel. Still have pissed from last night. So don't get depressed. So don't be a kiss ass, no one comes to this class. Everyone really feels ill of us. It's boring at its source, it's laboured in discourse. We don't even really have a syllabus. And now they're depressed, because I'm not depressed by you being on time to your station. No one really arrives here on time. Not unless they're Asian.
But isn't it time to be learning some skills? Uni's about being there.
Uni's about taking acid and pills and fucking strange men on a dare.
You see, a degree's not too different to a Stephanie Meyer novel. Whether you love her or hate her, there's a lot of time put in, but in the end, it's just meaningless words on paper. There's good times and bad times. There's laughter and tears. There's fun that lies beyond the book. You're facing your challenges, beating your fears. So let's all come and take a look. Meet Nathan. He's home alone again with tears in his eyes. What a surprise. He should be out drinking. Instead, he sits thinking about sinking into bed with a lovely brunette who hasn't discovered his real problem yet, and who, if she's drunk enough, he can bet, will let him defile her and bring on regret. Look at him. Frittering away his idiotic education, twittering away between periodic masturbation. So he thinks and he thinks. Fuck this shit, he shouts and stands up and yells.
It's time to go out!
Ooh! Cut to the warm conversation atmosphere of the night. He moves between friends until he spies a lovely redhead sitting by herself at the bar.
Hi, I'm Nathan.
He says.
Can I get you a drink?
She thinks.
No.
Nathan just sits and watches his beacon of hope sink into that soft, blue cardigan. But then she says.
Actually, I will have a drink.
And Nathan. Shit. What rhymes with cardigan? Ooh! Then Nathan gets hard again. Cut them 2 hours later, grinding around a sweaty dance floor. Flashing lights, pumping news, girls in tights, toilet abuse. Ooh! Cut to them in a bar in the Cross, caressing and sliding. Her top busting, his crush thrusting, and a kiss, softly. Ooh. Go back to his place. She kicks the pizza boxes off his bed, doesn't put it poetically, instead she says,
Let's fuck.
Let's watch.
Are you sure you don't want a drink first, or maybe a dance?
I don't want to think first, just take off your pants.
I'm really not sure that that's such a good idea.
Oh, just get that thing there and put it in here.
I was just saying, is that such a sin?
I'm sick of waiting, I'm coming in.
Oh no.
What the fuck's wrong? Don't play me this card.
It's just that I think...
Why aren't you hard?
Let me guess.
This has never happened before.
Sure.
Look, I'm sorry, but this is reality. I can't get it up, but I've got a great personality.
I can't go down on your personality. I can't get off on your style. I can't get head from your feelings. And I can't get drilled by your smile.
So Nathan thought and he thought till his package rose. He knew it would inspire erection.
Just read it some prose.
Oh my god, you make me sick.
Your poetry to your...
Yeah, to my dick.
Come, let us go then, you and I, when my legs are spread eagerly against the sky, like a rainbow of sexual invite, horny, ready, and open all night. Once upon a midnight dreary, when I pondered with weary, without any evidence of every forgotten whore, we had just come back from clubbing with the music overdubbing, but despite the constant rubbing, he was soft forevermore. Despite the constant rubbing, he was soft forevermore.
She was trying all she could, but her arm was getting sore.
This was it, forevermore. I do not like a flaccid man. I do not like it, Sam, I am. I do not like it as receiver. I do not like it in my diva. I do not like it in a house, on a boat, or in my mouth. I do not like a flaccid man. I do not like it, Sam, I am.
But Nathan's packet couldn't quite hack it. So he slowly begins to repent his sins and remains lonely and homely. He fills the tank, the lonely creep. He has a wank and goes to sleep. On the way home, the girl was killed by a drop there. Throughout the history of UTS, there are those who strive to be their best, and those who keep themselves down low, and those who like to put on shows, and those who are oh so overact in keeping their beliefs intact, and those we simply do not need. Oh, I talk, of course, of credo. In our whole school of concrete walls and new club stalls, of quick minds in changing times and student-lined halls, is a group of people that Jesus has craved. You know that these sheep will help you get saved. Meet Kevin from Credo. He knows where it ends. He's sure before UTS he was God's little friend. And to keep that belief as rewarding as always has been, he'll try and stop you in the halls in his shirt so shiny and green. Let's watch.
My name is Kevin and I'm here to say that you're gonna be sorry come judgment day. God will smite you if you resist our aims, but for now, let's just play video games. Even though we're just religion in school, look at how we make Jesus cool. His name's Jesus, he's here to free us. This goes out to all your believers. No one's stopping me. He's got hypocrisy. Don't worry about the hypocrisy. He was born in stable, his delivery had sucked. His mother got pregnant though she'd never been wicked. Caring and free, he loves you and he loves me. Let him bathe you and sway you in his generosity. But if you cross him, he's gonna bring you down. He's murdered whole nations and plundered whole towns because he's a vengeful God. And he's watching us here. He kills hundreds of Africans every single year. So what makes you think he can't kill you if you don't repent? That is you he'll screw. So you don't have a reason to praise him each year. You want a fucking reason? How about fear? Word up.
How good is God? I think he's the best.
He only wants us to pass life's one true test.
And that is to live knowing he has risen.
And to force our beliefs on everyone who isn't. He's got the whole world in his hands and we're gonna obey his commands cause he's the only one who understands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world working his way. If you want to go to heaven, you got to pray. He's got the whole world in his hands and we're just holding it while he's away.
Sorry, got a bit carried away. I've got to say, hey, Jesus is great! Fuck, they're persuasive. Anyway, back to reality. Oh, because gravity. What is this? Come to UTS, the place that houses me and you, the place where dreams are sure to come true. amongst our extensive knowledge of exciting filmmaking and risk-taking lore of business and culture, oh, the culture! Or, in the French, le voir à la toi UTS, elle voit elle est magnificente, cinématique, elle est très très bien, baguette, poisson, fois, c'est le bois, je veux le prendre au début, ça poids, le croisser de moi, c'est fait, voilà.
The students are represented by two different but equally important groups. The students who study hard, put a lot of work in, and come to class. And the communication students.
Let's see what we've got. Start rummaging
Is the
through.
body a male?
Is the body still new?
He doesn't know. He can tell you though.
Time of death? Just a minute ago.
What could have happened to this poor young man?
Target of a fat one?
Hit by a van.
Victim of drug or crime?
Seen the news too many times.
It's on GE.
Listen to Jay-Z?
Sat down and watched Transformers 3. Wait a minute, lads. We're chitting about. Look at this guy. I've figured it out. He's wearing a beanie with wine and a cardigan. And his wrists are covered in organic twine.
And so from this, it's clear you've found.
Yes, that this boy has come from Newtown. And so now his death is oh so clear. A loss of breath because of the rear. He tried to breathe, but his breath couldn't last. He suffocated to death with his head up his own ass. And so the lesson cannot be ignored. Know your culture, but be warned. Don't fall into a self-loving stunt. You can be cultured and smart without being a